Nissan is something of a quiet achiever in the SUV genre, in New Zealand and around the world. Seems like a long time ago now, but in 2008 Nissan NZ replaced its core family car, the Primera, with an SUV called the Qashqai. It was a matter of necessity because the British-built Primera had come to an end. NZ was the last right-hand drive export market for it. But Nissan NZ went in boots and all, unashamedly offering the Qashqai in 2WD only and making no apologies for it being the new mainstream choice. The second-generation Qashqai, 2013, also spawned the current X-Trail. Formerly a rather functional SUV, the third-generation X-Trail is based on the same platform as Qashqai and has evolved into more of a crossover. Softer styling, more emphasis on family-friendly features, including a 7-seat option on some variants. Nissan still argues the two are very different models, but think of the X-Trail as a scaled-up, powered-up Qashqai and you're not far off. In the United States, the two even have the same name. The X-Trail is known as Rogue, while the smaller car is the Rogue Sport. Admittedly, that's because Nissan was worried Americans would have trouble pronouncing Qashqai. But hey, who doesn't? Relative age in a competitive Kiwi SUV market means the X-Trail has slipped well down the local sales charts these days. There are 11 SUVs in NZ's top 15 models year to date, but X-Trail only just sneaks in at number 14. Ignore it at your peril, though. The X-Trail Rogue was still the world's biggest selling SUV last year, ahead of the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, Hyundai Tucson and China's Haval H6, soon to be launched in NZ. Qashqai is a global top 10 seller in its own right as well. A facelift for 2017 has sharpened the X-Trail up a little. The front end has new V-shaped grille that aligns it a little more with the larger Pathfinder. There are new bumpers front and rear, the obligatory shark fin antenna and some interior tweaks, including an optimistically sporting flat-bottom steering wheel. The range is still comprehensive, starting at $39,990 for the street 2WD 7-seat model. But our $53,490 T4WD test vehicle is top of a tree. You still can't have a T or any kind of 4WD X-Trail with 7 seats, but this flagship model does help justify its price with unique equipment that includes LED lights, adaptive, automatic high beam, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, intelligent lane intervention, autonomous braking with pedestrian detection. Street L models and above have a less sophisticated autonomous braking system plus forward collision warning, blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alert, panoramic sunroof, motion-activated power tailgate with height memory, automatic wipers, heating for the steering wheel plus front and rear seats, and premium Bose audio. It's a comprehensive package of standard equipment when balanced against the $6,000 premium over-the-street L4WD. If you're the curtain-twitching kind of neighbor, you can identify the T by its 19-inch alloys and a chrome strip along the door sills. The X-Trail T is still a hard sell against more modern SUVs like the Mazda CX-5 Limited, $55,495 and Kia Sportage GT line, $51,990. The powertrain seems merely adequate in such a steam company, and although continuously variable transmission technology has its fans, and a few expert proponents in the car industry, Nissan's iteration fails to inspire. It's languid at low speed and still suffers from unfortunate flaring when you're pressing on, although Nissan has engineered some intelligent engine braking into its latest S-tronic. The chassis is capable, though. It gets a bit of help from some electronic gubbins, including intelligent trace control, essentially torque vectoring by braking that helps keep the chosen cornering line. Nissan does also have the knack of providing a good 4WD setup. The X-Trail's all-mode 4x4i system might be a mouthful, but it gives you plenty of options: 2WD only, on-demand 4WD, and even a 4WD lock that splits the torque 50/50 front to rear for actual off-roading, along with a hill start assistance function. If the X-Trail T does have a clear advantage over its obvious rivals, it's in size. It's at least 140mm longer than a CX-5 or Sportage, with 100 liters more boot space, and it does have the demeanor of a larger SUV. The extra millimeters are not an issue in parking. Street L models and above have a 360-degree camera system. The interior styling is dated in these days of reductionism. It looks more like somebody applied a shotgun blast of switches to the dashboard. But X-Trail is spacious nonetheless, and rear seat passengers get the benefit of theater-style seating. There are some clever packaging features too. The second-row seats slide, fold, 60/40, and recline, and the boot floor is split into two separate sections. Lift them up and you have either a couple of secret compartments for valuables, or you can click a partition vertically into place to keep loose items from rolling around in the boot.
There are car brands that push their competition and push boundaries. And despite all those efforts, they don't often get that much attention. One such brand is Subaru, which has an amazing group of loyal followers called Subbies. But Subaru is far from mainstream. Two guys who are also a little removed from the mainstream took a look at the 2017 Subaru Impreza and offered their take. Former Wheels editors Jimmy Deansmore and Dave Mikisel got behind the wheel of this all-wheel drive compact sedan this week. We know the subbies will like it, but what about everyone else? Jimmy. First, let me say this: I'm generally one of those in the mainstream folks who doesn't always understand the subby phenomenon. I've been underwhelmed in the past and a tad bit disappointed. But with this new Impreza, I'm going to sign up for a subby newsletter. It's that good. Fully redesigned for this model year, the Impreza has much improved looks and a significantly better interior. Dave, what did you think about the performance, other than the outstanding all-wheel drive? Dave. The 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine gets a slight bump in horsepower from 148 to 152, although the Impreza still isn't the same bolt out of the starting blocks. A continuously variable transmission was incorporated in Artista. A 5-speed manual is standard. Where the car does stand out is in its outstanding feel for the road. The suspension, particularly the sport-tuned one on Artista, proved itself capably. As someone who has lived through too many wild winters, I've always considered all-wheel drive to be more necessity than luxury. If it comes in a non-traditional format, say a compact sedan, all the better, as it opens up more options than the expected sport utility vehicle. Jimmy. As mentioned, the Impreza is a compact sedan, so you don't expect that much room or top-quality materials to be used. But with this redesign, the interior is significantly improved. Subarus in the past have been, let's call it sparse, on the quality materials. With this new design, the Impreza has good enough materials. There's way softer materials and an improved infotainment system. It's still behind some of the competition when it comes to technology, but the subby buyer doesn't usually make high-tech a priority. The two-tone color combination inside adds extra appeal. Additionally, the back seat feel more like a mid-size sedans than a compacts. Dave. Impreza sedans come in 4 trims, as well as hatchbacks, which is a review for another day: the base 2.0i, Premium, Sport and Limited. Prices begin at $18,395 and go upward to $24,095 before destination charges and options are added. This Sport we drove is closer to the high end at $21,995 and comes with the Sport suspension, 18-inch alloy wheels in place of 16-inchers, upgraded carbon fiber and aluminum trim, and 8-inch multimedia touchscreen in place of a 6.5-inch screen, among other items. A selling point are the EPA mileage ratings of 27 mpg city and 36 mpg highway. It all adds up to a good value that can win some converts, right, Jimmy? Jimmy Dave, I may not be ready to be called a subby yet, but I can say the 2017 Subaru Impreza has made tremendous progress and improvements. It already has all-wheel drive, which I love, but now it's an overall better car with improved looks and a much better interior. To make a really bad joke, let's say I'm impressed with the Impreza. Good night everyone. Be sure to tip your waitstaff.